Welcome, friends! Look at this! We got Flatcap. We got Flatcap. We got Hizaru. We got Elfino. Look at all the friends. We got Dr. Doobie. Look at all these friends. I got so many friends showing up. I would have... Wow. Wow. It's amazing. I couldn't even keep the intro up that long because people were piling in, and I'm just like, I can't keep people waiting. I'm not something worth waiting for. What the hell am I thinking? How's everybody doing this fine Monday evening? Hope it's treating you well. It's been mostly okay over here. Rather uneventful start to the week, I think. But I like uneventful and quiet. I couldn't be more excited to be here looking at this title screen again, because, man, we did a podcast last night, and the whole time I was just like, you know, I wish I could have just streamed Corpse Factory again. Podcast got pushed back to later in the week, so it's just a chill night. That's good. That's good stuff. That's always good stuff. But yeah. You know what I think about that, though? Well, look at that. It's Twin Tail Nami. Just like typing away. Just like, look, did you know that if you slam your head on a keyboard, like, letters will appear? You know what I got to say about all you fine folks being here? You know what I got to say? This is what I got to say. Poggers! Poggers! This little edit comes to us courtesy of our good pal Maribel. You've seen her in here. She is my wonderful cow VTuber pal. And I just had to show this off. She sent this earlier when she found out we were going to be streaming more Corpse Factory and that she would have VODs to catch up on. Summer 1 classes have started. My job is dead as a doornail. Well, ain't that great? That's got to feel pretty good, I would think. That's got to feel great. I bet you're pogging out just like Owie here is. Like, look at how happy she is. I think we would all be just extremely, extremely happy to have her as our little Pog champ. I think Owie would make a fine candidate for being our little Pog champ. Thank you, Maribel. This absolutely cracked me up when I saw it. Great edit. I love dumb edits. Like, we had so many dumb edits during the Higurashi stream, so it was kind of fun to see one kind of just naturally roll in. Always a big fan of things like that. So thanks, Maribel. Much, 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 much love to you. All right. Who's ready? Who's ready to jump right back in? When we were last together, our girl Noriko, she was going through she was having herself a bad night. She had a real bad run-in at the mall. Wasn't doing so good. Had a bit of a breakdown. We kind of found out that it seems like she has some form of dysmorphia with her looks. It was a very little uncomfortable. But that's what you get with these kind of games a lot of the times is a lot of relatable, uncomfortable content. But it was a pretty honest depiction of said issues. So. It's always kind of interesting seeing that stuff kind of crop up in games, so. Alrighty. We're gonna go over here, and then I think this is the one. Alright, let's get it going. It's the start of a new day, so hopefully things have turned out a little better for our girl. To my absolute delight, I woke up this morning feeling really refreshed. Well, there you go. Alright, it's good. Noriko's feeling a lot better. Maybe she needs to be our little Pog champ for today. I was worried my temporary incarceration at the mall would continue to stress me out today. Thankfully, my fears were unfounded. I spent the early morning cleaning up my room. I had to use some elbow grease to get a few specks of blood out of the carpet and to clean a bit of lipstick off my mirror. Yes, please take your pills. She needs them. She needs them. I even took my medication with a tall glass of water, and I didn't skip pills. I don't like this time. It would be some time before I feel stable, maybe even a few weeks, but the fact that I'm already taking steps forward has done wonders for my mood. Today is a day to stay inside and work on me. Self-care, ladies and gentlemen. Our girl practices self-care. I can't have another incident like yesterday. I can't break down in public and put myself at risk. I can't break down at home again and feed on my insecurities and anxieties. I need to be strong for Corpse Girl, for me. With my room now clean, I decide to spend a little time tidying the rest of my apartment. As I work, I make myself a new mental checklist of commitments, Noriko's promise list, if you will. Commitment number 1. I'm not going to lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their demise. All right, that's a good start. That's a good one to start on. Just because that twin woman didn't kill herself doesn't mean I'm a failure. I've had 3 successes before her, and I'll have more successes again. I just need to try harder, work harder, refine my methods, and keep moving forward. And I'm not at a dead end yet. I have a trick up my sleeve. After all, Kojiro's connection to the morgue may very well be the ace I need to win. So yeah, she's definitely going to be hooking up with Kojiro at some point. I think very soon, because I think she's getting real antsy. I think that this twin not dying has probably put her in a position of being a little less secure, and I think she's going to kind of give in and just like take his help. She's going to confess everything. She's going to be like, look, I'm Corpse Girl, or I know Corpse Girl. Glad to see this girl is trying to cheer herself up about her suicide failures. Yeah, you know, silver linings, Elfino, silver linings. Commitment number 2. I'm going to improve myself. I won't say that I'll fix myself. I'm not broken. Not yet. I'm going to improve. I'll keep up with my medication. I'll keep up with my social life. That means keeping in touch with the few friends I have, Aoi, Shinya, and even Tomoe. I'm going to eat a little more. Not much more because I want to stay slim, but enough to give me more energy, more motivation. I don't want to be weak anymore. Commitment number 3, the last one. I'm going to get over Aoi. I love her. I've loved her since high school. In those days, she always stood by me. My insecurities and anxieties never pushed her away. She knew what I was going through, what I'm still going through, and she could relate to me. She has her own compulsions and anxiety to deal with, so I can't lean on her like I used to. Instead, it's my turn to help her out. Look at this! But I will move on from obsessing over her. She isn't ready for a relationship, and she explained all the reasons why when she rejected me so long ago. Clinging to the hope that one day we'll be together isn't good for my current state. I need to be moving on, moving forward. I need to let go. She is and always will be my dearest friend. I'll always love her, but I will let her remain as simply my friend, and I'll find someone else to call a lover. This last commitment really makes me feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Instead of obsessing over Aoi, spending countless nights lying in bed looking at her photos, thinking about her at odd hours of the day, instead of all that, I'll be able to move on. Even if it takes some time, I'll find someone who wants to be with me. There are plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. Everyone keep track of this list. All right, we're gonna be Noriko's accountability buddy. We're gonna be her accountability buddy. So let's keep things in check. Don't lose her shit. Eat more. Move on from Aoi. Oh damn, nerd! You're like, wow, you're just steamrolling, huh? Wow, you got through like what did you do? This took us like 8-9 hours to get here. How you liking it so far? Also, welcome, nerd. Also, everybody in chat. Boom. Follow my friend. I'm sure that'll kick in. There you go. Oh, you are streaming Corpse Factory as well. Wow. I just didn't even catch it. Like, I've just been so busy. I didn't even catch you streaming it. You did a big set. Wow, nice. Nice. Cool. But yeah, you liking it so far? I can't say that there's anyone in particular I have my eye on yet. My social circle is pretty limited after all. Shinya is a guy I'm simply not interested in. There's no spark there, and there never will be. Tomoe, as irritating as I find her, is oddly alluring to me. I don't like her clothes or makeup or the whole aesthetic she's built for herself, but some part of me would kill to spend a passionate night with her. Go get it, girl! Oh, you're enjoying? Good. Then there's Kojiro, that weird, awkward, strange alien creature that I just can't wrap my head around. He said I'm gorgeous. He really said that. But he's too weird. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would stalk you and stab you if you ever broke up with him. For now, I can't think of anyone I would seriously pursue, but I'll give it some time. I have all the time in the world. And maybe you just don't need a relationship right now, because maybe you gotta work a little more on that self-improvement thing. Love yourself before other people can love you, right? Like, work with that. Work on that a little bit. That said, passionate night with Tomoe. If the opportunity presents itself, why not? Why not? I find myself smiling as I finish tidying up the apartment. Having a nice, clean place to live really does help lift the spirits. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to get rid of that lingering scent of mold that always wafts around. It's a musty odor that seems to be ingrained in the very walls of the apartment building for at least as long as I've lived here. Tomoe time. Yeah, I'm here for it. I know it's not coming from my apartment because it's pretty easy to smell from downstairs too, and as far as I can tell, my place is completely mold-free. I might not be the best at cleaning, but if nothing else, I keep disgusting mold out of my home. You're loving the wild direction this game is going in, totally left field of anything. Yeah, I honestly kind of expected this game to have a weird supernatural element to the whole website and killing thing. I didn't realize that it was going to be like very grounded in the way that it is. And I'm ready for this thing to just kind of surprise me at all turns at this point. Can't wait for the Tomoe ending where we move in together, forget all this Corpse Girl nonsense, and be a weird lesbian sitcom called Bitchin'. I mean, that would work. That would work. These two would make a great buddy comedy, I think. Still, the occasional color aside, my place is clean and cozy now. I lay down on the couch and stretch my body, letting my tout muscles stiffen and then relax. The day is still early and it feels good that all my chores are already complete. The icing on the cake is the fact that Corpse Girl has 2 more requests sitting patiently in her inbox. I logged in earlier and saw them, but decided to sort my cleaning first. Now I can reward myself by spending the rest of the day working on the new requests. Slut's gonna slut. There you go. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect. 2 requests to work on is better than I could hope for, and I'm sure that at least one of these new victims will fall. My positive attitude will go a long way toward ensuring my success this time. Unable to restrain myself anymore, I snatch up my laptop from its charging point next to the couch. I flip open the lid and gaze at the photos that I downloaded earlier. My 2 new victims. Fresh blood. The first is Northern Lion. The first is an older male, maybe in his 50s, typical business type. He might as well be a clone of every other nondescript man you see on the subway or at the supermarket on TV. If I had to guess, I'd take a leap and say his miserable wife wants him out of the picture. The Positive Psychology of Murder would be a great book title. Maybe she's unhappy with her finances, or she's having an affair, or she's just tired of his clone face from his clone personality. Regardless, someone wants their unremarkable man removed from the face of his unremarkable world. The second victim is much, much more interesting. It's Estelle Bright from the Trails in the Sky series. 2 things strike me as noteworthy about this photo. Firstly, the cleavage, of course. Noriko is a booby girl. Noriko should be a motivational speaker. She could be the Tony Robbins of corpses. Secondly, the image is a photograph of a photograph. Somebody has snapped a picture of an actual physical photo and uploaded it to the website. The photograph is in good condition. It's as though the owner values it above all else. The signature is scribbled across it in white ink. It's an autographed photo of someone who is perhaps moderately famous. I don't recognize the woman in question, and the signature is such a mess that I can't make out even a single kanji in her name. Noriko is a lady of taste. Yes, she's got a taste for the booba. Also, I want to point out that unless you're watching with closed captions on, you wouldn't have noticed this, but I see that it spits the output on my OBS thing here, and it captured booba. So closed caption knows what booba is. Regardless, I would be willing to bet that a disgruntled fan is requesting her death. If she's an idol or a singer or an actor, it wouldn't be unheard of for something like this to happen. A fanboy gets to meet her a few times, they shake hands at events, whatever. He asks her out and she politely declines. Closed caption is silly sometimes. And then the obsession begins, and the fanboy can't have her. No one can. Kill her! Kill her! Well, that's the theory I slowly pieced together as I examined some of the finer details of the photo. The reasons behind the request don't matter. They never matter. I'll kill them all the same. I'm gonna work on the woman's photo first. I'll timestamp her photos with tomorrow's date and send it to her this afternoon. This should give her about 24 hours to give up on life and light herself on fire. Boo-bah! It kind of got that one too when I separated it. Maybe I'll do the same with the businessman. I'll give him a timestamp set 24 hours from when I send the photo. It'll be kind of fun to schedule 2 deaths to occur around the same time. It'll make tomorrow a very exciting day. With my goal set, I load up the database of the deceased and get to work. Alright, it's Monday. Alright. I'm rather proud of myself today. During my morning routine, I made sure to take my medication in the correct doses, and I even washed it down with water. It didn't even interfere with my strict schedule. I still managed to catch the usual train. I got to the convenience store at the usual time, and I arrived at the office without a hitch. If I can keep up this dedication, the commitment to improving myself, I know I can be stronger than ever. Strong enough to fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. I greeted both Shinya and Tomoe when I came into the office, and I even made small talk for a few minutes. Since the day is nearly ended now, I'm going to make an effort to chat with them again before heading home. Being social will help me get through this. That's what Aoi used to tell me anyway, at least before she stopped being social herself. It's about 5:45 p.m., and although both of my latest victims should have killed themselves by now, I don't feel the need to obsessively check for their obituaries. I have a news alert set on my phone, of course. If it uncovers anything, I'll be notified, but even if it doesn't, I won't stress out. I'm playing it cool. Cool, stoic, unflinching Noriko. The drone in the office always reaches its nadir at this time in the evening. It's actually quite pleasant being able to sit in a quiet environment and feel the soft breeze of the air conditioner against my skin. I like to take this time to slowly pack away my things and get ready for the journey home. As I take off my headphones and stretch my arms, Tomoe approaches me with a spring in her step.
What up, slut?
What up, slut? What up, bitch? How's it going, cunt? About a week ago, I would have taken Tomoe's greeting as an insult. Now that I know her a little better, I can tell she's actually just being affectionate. Despite any differences we might have once had, she really seems to have warmed up to me lately.
Hello. How did your day go? Same old. What about you? It went well, thanks. Good to hear. Shinya and I are supposed to go out tonight, but... What's wrong? Hasn't he seemed, kind of off today?
Tomoe is just she's a complete 180 here for me as well, I think. I didn't get it at first. I didn't like her. She was very off-putting. She just kind of seemed to be picking on Noriko for no fucking reason other than the fact that she wanted somebody to bully. But I'm here for it. I dig her now. She seems okay. Also, our boy Shinya is in a bit of a pickle. He's got an office manager who... Once in his pants, he doesn't want to get in her pants, so she's going to stifle his career. Just to catch people up if you didn't know. yeah, Flat Cap was absolutely day one Tomoe fan. If anybody was there, Flat Cap is literally Tomoe's day one.
He can barely look me in the eye. Really? I spoke to him this morning. He seemed okay.
Oh no, did he do it? Yo, Royan! Royan. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you playing? Hades? nice. I know a lot of people are loving them some Hades. I have yet to actually get around to that game. I really want to, though. Just haven't.
You don't reckon he's seen another woman, do ya?
Not by choice, I don't think, ma'am. Sorry. Oh. There we go. Oh, your first time playing it? It might be their manager that requested Noriko's death. I could see that because she probably knows that he has a thing for her, I guess, at some point. Some fragment of a memory, some glimpse of a murky recollection flutters around the corners of my mind, just out of reach. Shinya and another woman. Uh-oh, I think it happened. D&D awaits. Enjoy the D&D. Yeah, going with Team Emmy at the start didn't do you so well. That was a bad choice at the start. Oofa doofa. Team Aoi is where it's at. Team Aoi is great. Like, I think I might be Team Aoi, I think, yeah. Something is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite formulate my thoughts.
She isn't the type to cheat, though, so...
Oh, no! Do you think it happened? And that's why he can't look at her now? Do you think he went through with it? Cheating? No, Shinya wouldn't do that. He was so nervous when he spoke to me about being pressured into sex. Oh, that's it. The memory that was flitting around the edges of my consciousness has finally come to light. Shinya spoke to me hypothetically about being pressured into sex. He said Tomoe wasn't the one pressuring him, so who was he talking about? Is this something I should talk to Tomoe about? If Shinya really is having a hard time and acting differently around Tomoe, then their relationship could really be in trouble. But is it even my place to say anything? Shinya spoke to me in confidence. He's my friend. But Tomoe is my friend too, and she seems genuinely worried about him. I take a deep breath. This is just office drama like usual. Noriko would normally just reject it all and ignore these people. She wouldn't give it a second thought. But that's unhealthy, anxious, scared, and weak Noriko. I don't want to be that girl anymore. I want to be more than that. I'm improving day by day, and a part of that improvement involves being more social. It's good for me, right? Yeah, absolutely. Please talk to her. Somebody, please. I need somebody to make a right decision in this game. Shinya and Tomoe are my friends. People want their friends to be happy. That's normal. That's normal. That's normal, right? I think so. Therefore, I want them to be happy together. I swallow hard and speak my mind. All right.
Tomoe, I think that Shinya may be involved with another woman.
Noriko, that is not how I would have worded that. What are you doing? What? Oh my God. Oh.
What? Are you serious?
That's not. Oh.
Listen though, it's not exactly how it sounds.
It's still not the best lead-in.
He came to me a little while ago and asked what to do if someone pressured him into sex. I know that you're not the one he was referring to, so I think he may be in trouble. I think someone else might be forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
I thought Noriko was about to just do a complete heel turn right now. This game just duped me into thinking she was about to do a complete heel turn. Oh my God. I thought she was about to go complete shithead.
What the fuck? He spoke to you about it, but not me?
Oh no.
Tomoe, he seemed really depressed about it. I think he wanted to resolve the situation without having to worry you.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but who the hell is trying to seduce him?
I'm afraid I have no clue about that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for telling me this anyway. Now at least I know something's up with him.
Look at us, we're doing things for our friends. We maybe need to work on our lead-in etiquette a little bit. We maybe need to get off the aircraft carrier a little smoother, get out of the driveway and make that left turn a little easier. But we're getting there.
I'm gonna speak to him. I'll make him cough up what's what.
Do it.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do?
We're still working on being social. Exactly, like it's gonna take a while to work out some of the kinks.
Yeah, because I'll let him know that I'll take care of everything. If some bitch is putting the moves on my Shinya, I'll smack him into the ground.
I love the fact that she's actually into him too. Like, you kind of like, I feel like this game sets you up to kind of think that she's going to be this vapid bitch that's kind of just using him to get to Noriko. But like, I like the fact that she's actually really sweet on him. And like, that kind of like, it feels really good.
Of course. I don't know why I ever doubted you.
Tomoe grins despite her obvious frustration and gives me a thumbs
Thanks,
up.
gang. I'll keep you updated.
Later, cunt.
Okay, good luck.
She spins on her heel and leaves me behind. I think I did the right thing. Surely Tomoe will get to the bottom of the situation. I watch as she wanders over to Shinya's desk. They exchange a few words and I can't hear from my position. Tomoe then leaves and Shinya sluggishly lowers his head to rest against his desk. Now that Tomoe has left the office, only a handful of stragglers remain on this floor, myself and Shinya included. I find myself watching Shinya for more than a few minutes. He doesn't seem to notice my gaze is locked on him. A few more of my coworkers take their leave and an eerie quiet descends upon the empty office floor. I remain in my chair, staring intently at Shinya's distraught face. We're the only ones still here. He doesn't show any signs of moving. It's kind of unnerving to see him like this. It's not like he's the peppiest or most energetic person I ever met, but to see him so drained and motionless makes me feel uncomfortable. I owe it to my newest convictions to go and talk to Shinya. More than that, I owe it to him. I find myself striding toward his desk before my mind even registers that I'm moving. I'm slightly startled when he immediately looks up at me, the sudden movement and reminiscent of the corpse springing back to life in a B-grade zombie film.
Noriko.
Hey, how's it going, Shinya?
Not feeling well?
Not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here if I'm unwell. I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't sweat it.
I'll, take my leave then.
If he leaves now, I won't feel like I've done anything to help him. As awkward as it feels to pry into his personal affairs, I need to dig deeper if I'm going to try and get him to feel better. Shinya gonna spread COVID. But what would I even say? I think he'd tell me what's wrong. I think we need to be real, like, sincere here. I think we need to just be like, look, we got a rapport. We had it before. We're asking him what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong.
Tell me what's wrong.
I don't expect my blunt words to get through to him. I don't expect anything really. I'm not used to confronting people about the shit they've faced in their personal lives. I'm usually content to simply sit on the sidelines and watch.
Don't worry. I'll be okay.
He tries to smile, but he tries to smile, but his composure cracks under the weight of his blatant lie. I quickly try to piece together what I know about his current situation. Based on the slivers of information that I've been drip-fed, I'm certain that someone has been sexually assaulting him. At the very least, someone has been trying to force him into something that he doesn't want to do. I don't know who that person could be. It could be someone from the office, it could be someone from his private life. I'm confident that it's not Tomoe. Shinya isn't the kind of person to ever stand up for himself, and he's probably not the type of person to speak up when he's feeling down, but his recent composure reveals volumes about how he's truly feeling. Whatever the situation is, it's painfully obvious that Shinya is a victim. Whatever is happening in his life is not his fault, and he's too proud or stoic or embarrassed to seek help, even from his own girlfriend. If I don't put one foot forward and cut to the chase, chances are Shinya will never build up the courage to ask for help before it's too late.
Someone is sexually assaulting you.
Let's go! Go Team Noriko! Alright, I told you my girl did nothing wrong! He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even flinch which I have to give him credit for. This is a guy that couldn't keep from blushing the last time the word sex was mentioned around him. Well, there you go. Alright. His calm response and even calmer demeanor divulges his inner turmoil. I don't know what to say next. I see probably wasn't the best starting point, but I am truly at a loss for words. He confessed so readily, and I expected some resistance.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't tell anyone. Not you. Not Tomoe. I can't even tell my father, and he's a detective. A powerful authority figure. nothing I can do. I'm trapped.
Trapped. It's a feeling I'm all too familiar with. It's a feeling shared by countless victims. Not that Shinya and I have ever gone through the same trauma. A part of me can't help but wonder if that feeling of helplessness is what flashes through the minds of my own victims. Actually, I don't have to wonder. I know it's true. The realization makes me feel simultaneously queasy and
What will
satisfied.
happen if you tell someone?
I don't know. If the truth comes out, I could lose my job. I could lose Tomoe.
I don't think you're gonna lose Tomoe. I think she's a ride or die bitch. I think you got a real one, and you need to latch onto that. I think she got your back, homie. His job. Then it's somebody we work with. Somebody in this very office has been taking advantage of
Somebody
Shinya.
here then.
I speak my thoughts aloud, and he looks directly at me.
You're worried you'll lose your job if you come forward. It's obvious. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound rude. If this person found out you came forward, you'd lose your job. Then it's someone in power. A manager.
Detective powers activate.
And that's why you can't tell me.
That's right.
I nod. I can see the predicament.
So, you don't have to say another word to me.
Huh?
It wouldn't be your fault if I stumbled upon someone assaulting you. It wouldn't be your fault if I was around to witness it.
Oh my god.
Noriko.
A gleam of resolution sparkles from deep within Shinya's cloudy eyes. It's almost as if he's come up with a brilliant scheme. A scheme that I not so subtly planted within his mind. Shinya takes a deep breath before collecting his bag.
I'm taking the elevator up to the executive offices. Please don't follow me.
I definitely won't follow you, Shinya Fujikawa. Wink, wink. Why am I winking? I can't wink. What am I? What the fuck is my problem? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. With that, he gently pushes past me and makes a beeline for the elevator. As the doors close behind him and the familiar thrum of the elevator pans out around me, I stand still and close my eyes. I count to 100 in my head, giving Shinya a generous head start. The sun dips behind the office towers in a distance when my eyes are closed. When I finally finish counting, I open my eyes to a dark and empty office. With a deep breath, I walk in the traces of Shinya's footsteps toward the elevator. I can kind of nod. I've never been to this level of the building before. What reason would I have to visit the executive offices? When execs have business with the junior staff, they descend from this lofty perch and grace us with their presence on the 14th floor.
I'm surprised you came to see me again.
Oh, we're doing it. We're actually doing it. A woman's voice from nearby catches my attention. It's a hushed yet aggressive tone, like the whisper of a venomous serpent.
Are you finally going to let me have my way?
I creep out of the elevator, hoping against hope that the ding of the elevator's arrival wasn't noticed by the owner of the unidentified voice.
Stop it.
That was Shinya's voice. I creep around the corner and catch a glimpse of two bodies at a nearby desk. Oh,
Come on now.
I feel sorry.
I'm tired of playing.
I feel sorry for our boy. Oh. Oh boy.
You want to please me, don't you? I'm your superior after all. How can you expect to get ahead in this company without sucking up to your superiors?
Kotomi Ida, the executive with Shinya's career in her hands, the very same woman who blamed Shinya for the mishap with hiring Aoi. So that whole situation was more in depth than I originally thought. It was never about Aoi. It was about holding power over Shinya.
Miss Ida, please, I just came here to...
Shh, I don't want to hear it. Take your shirt off.
I swallow hard. I knew that Shinya was in trouble, but I didn't expect things to escalate this quickly. I don't have time to think rationally. I stride forward rather loudly and purposefully and bump into a desk, sending a potted plant tumbling to the carpeted floor with a dull thwump. That's a great sound. I use whump a lot, so I definitely appreciate the use of the, an F in front of that. Katomi's neck pivots at full speed as she turns to face me. Her eyes narrow into a hateful slits as she withdraws from Shinya. Within seconds, Katomi has abandoned Shinya and drawn close to me.
Kurosawa, what in hell's name do you think you're doing here?
Oh,
This level is for executives only. I should have you thrown out of here by security.
Fujikawa isn't an executive either, Miss Ida. And he looks quite at home here.
Shinya stands in the background, shyly tidying his shirts. Katomi's eyes somehow narrow even further, to the point where I'm certain she can't possibly see anything.
Fujikawa's business here is none of your concern, Kurosawa. Leave. Now, or I'll have you forcefully removed.
I fold my arms over my chest and dig my heels into the ground. I'm not one for confrontation. I'm not one to hold my ground against a powerful adversary, and yet this vivid image of Tomoe has bloomed in my mind. Tomoe, so strong-willed and head over heels in love with Shinya. Tomoe, who would do anything to protect the guy she adores. In Tomoe's absence, it falls on me to protect Shinya.
Fuck off.
Yeah! Fuck off, you filthy skank! Woo! Let's go, Noriko! I can't believe the foul words that tumble out of my mouth. Apparently, Katomi can't believe it either because her eyes finally widen and her jaw drops. She looks like a stupid fucking idiot. Somehow, Tomoe's indomitable spirit seems to have inhabited my body. My words echo her own. That, or I've just managed to find a temporary burst of courage.
What did you say to me?
You heard me, cunt!
You heard me loud and clear. Back off from Shinya. If I catch word that you're harassing him, I'll have you in a legal headlock quicker than you can blink.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Trust me, I know enough to bury a dirty slut like you.
Yeah, you dirty slut! Katomi grits her teeth and a vein protrudes from her forehead. Without another word, she simply pushes past me. Her shoulder slams into mine, but by some minor miracle, I manage to hold my ground. I hear her footsteps fade as she leaves the floor. I exhale sharply, and a wave of dizziness suddenly washes over me.
That was amazing!
I nod and sway a little, then take another deep breath and rebalance myself.
Happy to be of assistance.
I can tell Shinya doesn't know what to do next. He looks like he wants to hug me, but given the gravity of the recent situation, we both silently decide that's not the best idea. Instead, he settles for patting my shoulders with his hand.
Thank you, Noriko. Thank you so much. I don't know where you get your courage. Perhaps I could stand to learn a thing or two from you.
Don't sweat it.
I'm going to go home for now. I hope that's okay.
Of course. Go get some rest.
Shinya smiles for the first time in a while and releases his hand from my shoulder. After he's gone, I collapse into a nearby chair and listen to the frenzied sound of blood pounding through my veins. We got an achievement called Boy Justice. So now I'm thinking, did we just miss a scene with Aoi because we made the wrong choice? Because we got one when we did a choice with Tomoe, and we just got one for making a right decision with Shinya. So I'm wondering if we missed the one with Aoi. We're gonna have to go back and check that out at some point. Because I think we just, that was a pretty big scene. I wonder, what happens if you don't do that? That's a pretty big thing. There you go. There's your CG, you looky-loos. Steam and suds fill up my vision as a pleasant torrent of hot water sprays across my body. The tiles on the shower wall are polished to a pearly sheen, so much so that I can see my own hulking and beautifully ugly reflection in them. The shadow in the reflection is dark, matted hair in her eyes. I don't know if she can see me like I can see her. I wipe my hair in my eyes and stare into. I wipe my hair from my eyes and stare into space, trying to shake the abstract thoughts from my mind. It isn't until my phone springs to life in the bathroom countertop that my thoughts return to the present. I startle at the noise. I peer through the shower's glass door, but it's impossible to make out the name flashing on the phone screen thanks to the steam that has fogged up the glass. Aoi is the only person who regularly calls me, so it could be her ringing, or it could be a spam caller trying to sell me something I really don't need. But I may as well just cave. But I may as well cave in and buy it anyway because it's a nice feeling someone thought to call me. I open the shower and tiptoe out, my wet and dripping body causing pools of water to form on the bathroom floor. A deft hand snatches up my phone and I clutch it to my chest as I retreat back into the shower. The water never stopped running, and it greets me with a welcome warmth as I bask in it once more. My phone is fairly new model, so it's conveniently waterproof. I take advantage of this feature on occasion. It's nice to be able to submerge myself in water and browse the web and truly escape my own thoughts. Heavy droplets smack against the phone and dribble down, but my eyes ignore them as they scan the screen. The incoming call is a voice chat request from a noise user, Koji. Oh dear. Are we gonna have a heart-to-heart with Koji in the shower? That's a little weird. Kojiro is calling me? I answer the call.
Noriko?
Hey.
Hi. Good time?
Sure.
Bad. Wanted to tell you something. I saw a post on... This call has static.
Oh dear.
Sorry, it's just the shower running.
Oh, in the shower?
Yeah?
Huh. Okay. Well... Sorry. Awkward now.
Sorry. Hard to talk on phone with raging boner.
Really, it's fine. What did you want to tell me?
Okay. Saw a new post on Noise Chan today. Posted this afternoon. Might interest you.
The message board Noise Channel is often affectionately referred to as Noise-chan by certain frequent users. I'm not really surprised that Kojiro is the type to call it that.
Well, someone wrote this. I quote, "Hey, so today I got a strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts." Continuing, "Not sure what the deal is. It was gross though. Wondering if any hackers can trace the number or something?" End quote. Thoughts?
Strange gore photo from a number I don't have in my contacts.
Like Corpse Girl is struck again.
Right? Thought the same thing.
I wonder who wrote the post. Kojiro mentioned that the post was written today, and the original poster wrote that they received the photo today. That means it can only be one of two people, either of my latest victims, the carbon copy businessman or the attractive, semi-famous singer, idol, actor, whatever woman.
So, who wrote this post anyway?
Don't know. Anonymous.
Of course, it was a stupid question. No one would attach their name to such a strange
You
post.
could tell me.
How would I know?
Well, you're Corpse Girl.
Yeah, okay, he knows. Again, when 46 and 2 starts playing, that's how you know we're into the shit. He knows. He's known this whole fucking time. This again? Kojiro doesn't let it slide. Why does he suspect me now? What did I do this time?
Okay, we can discuss later. Oh yeah, the original post has a reply.
It does?
I'll read it too. Quote, "You got this too? Was the gore photo a picture of yourself? I'm worried. Received a similar pic from the same number.
What are the odds?
Continuing, thinking about contacting the police. Not sure if I'm overreacting." End quote.
So the first post received a reply. Interesting. Very interesting. Both posters talked about receiving a photo. That can only mean that the one of them is the boring businessman and the other of them is the semi-famous woman. However, the fact that they've taken a discussion online instead of just slitting their own throats is rather troubling. Is it? Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Were the photos not convincing enough to make them kill themselves? Or not enticing enough to summon another entity to snuff out their souls? Huh. What if Emmy is like the first person that we actually take out by having like an actual corpse? Was this attempt just a repeat of the failure I had with the twin woman?
Anyway, enjoy your shower. Let's talk tomorrow. Corpse
Yeah, he's not giving this up. We're done. Like, we're cooked. Before I can interject, Kojiro ends the call. Shit, he's once again assuming my true identity. He's assuming correctly, but that's beside the point. Well, maybe it doesn't matter too much. Maybe this will actually save me some time and effort. If he really knows I'm Corpse Girl, it could be easy to strike a deal with him in exchange for access for a fresh supply of cadavers. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I kind of figured that was what they were going for when the title screen was literally a morgue, so. That is, if I decide to walk the path and take this game to the next level. Thinking it through, I may very well have to go ahead and do that. My last 3 victims have not ended their lives as I planned. My success rate is very, very low. That's a depressing fact, and one that the old Noriko would probably have thrown a tantrum over, but not me, not new and improved Noriko. I turn off the running water and step out of the shower. A shiver scuttles down my spine like a spider as the cold, damp air clings to my naked form. Throwing my phone onto the bathroom counter, I reach for a towel and wrap it around my corpulent, emaciated body. The thick flab of my skeletal arms jiggles as I dry myself off. When I'm satisfied with my fleshy and cadaverous body is completely dry, I grab a second towel and wrap it around my hair. A cursory glance in the mirror as I leave the bathroom reveals my gaunt face and prominent cheekbones. I get the feeling that even though I've been gaining weight, I am thinning out more and more. Although my body isn't perfect, I'm still in love with my eyes. I wouldn't change a thing about them. While my frame simultaneously grows plumper and slimmer, I hope my eyes will always stay the same. I flick off the bathroom light as I exit, entering my bedroom and sit down on the bed with a towel around my body and another one around my hair. My laptop is lying open on the sheets. I pull it toward me. A few clever keywords in a search engine quickly leads me to the post on Noise Channel that Kojiro just informed me about. Sure enough, he was telling the truth. The original poster submitted this just today, and the follow-up reply was just submitted shortly after. I skimmed through the text to see if there are any clues as to either poster's identity. However, nothing really stands out. I'll retain my assumptions that the 2 latest victims created these posts. I spent a little time applying various moisturizing creams to my skin before getting dressed in my bedwear. I'm feeling pretty relaxed by the time I finish. Perhaps I'll spend the rest of the evening reading a book in bed, or I could try and plan out my next move with Kojiro. Should I come forward and claim my identity and request access to his morgue? It's a big step. This seems to be the time for me to make a bold move. I can't keep working on requests that are doomed to fail. I need to start succeeding for me, for Corpse Girl. Yeah, don't lose your shit. I pull my laptop on me once more and begin to brainstorm my plans. I need to be more sensible. Wow, it's time for risk. Drop me a big ol' honkin' save over here. I'll put it over down here. He should be here by now. I was pretty clear about meeting at 5:30 p.m. It's already 5:45 and he isn't even in sight. I thought for sure that he wouldn't miss a chance to meet up with me again. Yeah, right? Like, maybe you could have pumped the brakes on this a little more. I think like that big win for Shinya really like got her going and a little, you know, gives her that like that quick burst of motivation. You think you can take on the world, and maybe she's just not quite ready for that yet. I can't contain my nerves. I try to tell myself that I'm only angry because of trepidation, and I'm not really actually angry at him. This is a big moment for me. I've never once revealed my identity to anyone. I assume he'll take it in stride. I wouldn't be going through with this if I didn't firmly believe that. Hi! My neck jerks in reaction to his voice.
There you are.
I'm late?
I make a point of checking the time on my phone and nod.
Traffic?
You drove here?
No.
Okay.
What did you want to discuss?
I have a request for you. And a confession.
Kojiro's eyes widen and he looks me up and down.
Right.
Yep. I blink and look down at the ground. He's known for some time. I was fooling myself thinking that my stupid attempts to erase suspicion of my identity were working on
You're
him.
going to confess your love. Been waiting for this
Yeah,
moment.
there you go. You nailed it.
Wait. No, that's not...
Shh. No more words. I accept your heart.
Kojiro, I don't...
Call me Koji now. We're one.
This
No need to be
fucking
shy.
dork. I like him now. I like him. He's a big fucking dork. I kind of like him. He may look like weird and skeevy Joker from the future, but I like him. He's a dork. Ugh. This isn't getting me anywhere. Thanks to my frustration and nervousness, I simply blurt out my true confession.
I'm Corpse Girl.
Kojiro doesn't react. Well, he cocks his head a few degrees to the side, slowly and surely. If you can even call that a reaction to my sudden
Yes?
outburst.
Okay. So, a kiss to commemorate our love?
Did you even hear what I just said?
Of course.
I'm Corpse Girl. I'm the one behind the corpse photos and the deaths and...
It feels kind of strange to say these things out loud. For some reason, it leaves a sour and bitter taste in my mouth that I can't swallow.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I've like literally known since day one. I literally looked at you the first time and said, that is a girl that looks like someone that would probably try to make a murder website and doctor photos to get people to kill themselves. It's just a vibe you get from people sometimes, you know? Can't help it, really. Some people just give off that vibe.
Knew it since our first noise chat.
Our first noise chat?
Remember? You messaged me late at night. Asked me if I knew about Corpse Girl.
Is that what tipped you off? You assumed I was her just because I mentioned her?
Yep. Yep. Yep, that's what we're doing. This Emmy is going to be our first target. Oh, it all comes back around.
No.
I don't know why I didn't remember June 13th, because June 12th is like somebody I know's birthday. And it was like, wait a minute. Like, I know that because I knew when I started the game and I saw June 12th, and I was like, oh, right, hey, it's such and such's birthday. That hair streak. Definitely a murderous designer. Murderous web designer. Nerd. Hello, nerd. Are you looking at me right now? You see this? See me? Do you see me? See that thing over to the right? Are you making an assumption? Nerd? You making assumptions about me? Am I gonna have to maybe do a little something about that? Maybe, I mean, I have a website. I do own a website, nerd, just so you know. Corpse plushie! Yeah! Yeah!
Then, how? How did you figure it out?
Yeah, at least you won't get /admin as the administrator web panel.
You asked me to look up names. Names of Corpse Girl's victims.
Yeah, didn't take me out to a French cafe, so you kind of really deflated the moment. Way to go, nerd. You're really bad at this, like, unmasking people's true identities thing.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, Nami, don't tell everyone.
That was stupid of me. I suppose that gave it away.
No. Other people could have known those names.
Then, come on. Throw me a bone here. How'd you find out?
You said you requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
Eiichi Hanada, the guy who died in a traffic accident. I remember that I lied to Kojiro about being the one to request his death. It was the only way I could escape his suspicion at the moment. I don't even drink coffee, but I would spend your money for fancy coffee. If I remember correctly, it threw him off of my trail for a while. He believed that I was the one who requested a death, so that explained how I knew that he was one of Corpse Girl's victims. But what if Kojiro is telling me now is true, then my lie actually had the opposite effect. He did it to make him figure out my identity.
I don't understand. I confessed to requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. So what?
That was a lie.
Even so, I still don't understand.
Yeah, like that's the only thing I can think of is like it would have to be he requested it.
You're not making any sense.
Kojiro's shoulders drop. He stares at me intently.
You lied about requesting Eiichi Hanada's death. That lie proved to me that you were Corpse Girl.
Yeah, that can be the only reason.
Yes, but how? Tell me.
I was the one who requested Eiichi Hanada's death.
God damn! I love this over-dramatic reveal we got going on. Are you hearing this tune right now? What a magnificent man! Oh, it's so good! Shit, remind me to buy this soundtrack. I keep forgetting. Kojiro's deadpan countenance makes his claim believable beyond all doubt. I feel the blood drain from my
I submitted
face.
his photo to Corpse Girl's website. Imagine my surprise when you claimed that you did it.
Uh-huh.
That lie made it clear. You knew his name. You knew he died. You knew he was Corpse Girl's victim. Ergo, you are Corpse Girl.
I got the limited edition version of the game, the physical copy. Those haven't printed yet, so I didn't get the art book because I don't have room for all that stuff. Yeah, like it's real good logic. Like that's a good way to figure it out. Despite my dazed state, I can't fault his logic. I took credit for something Kojiro did. Of course, that would paint me as a liar in his eyes.
So, you've known this whole time.
Yes.
And yet, you still met up with me. And not just today, but at the cafe too.
Yes.
Aren't you scared of me?
Like, what could I do to you?
No, that's not the way I'd put it. You should be scared of me. After all, I requested the death.
That's a good point.
Had motive for murder, even if I didn't carry it out personally. Imagine what else I'm capable of.
I subconsciously take a step back from Kojiro's suddenly looming
Our
form.
discussions. I know you don't kill your victims. You just nudge them, urge them, tempt them with death as an escape from their fear. You're no murderer. What reason have I to fear you?
He's right. He's absolutely right. He knows everything about Corpse Girl's methods, my methods. Kojiro is a dangerous enemy, or a powerful ally, and it's up to me to decide whether he's with me or against me. I recall our conversation at the cafe. He claimed he would support Corpse Girl if she came to him for assistance. He's a fan. He would support her obediently, no questions asked, as long as the price was right. So all I have to do is make him an offer he can't refuse. Okay.
Help me. Help Corpse Girl rid this fucking world of the fetid filth that infests it.
I think maybe you're stating your ambitions are a little more lofty than they are, girly girl. You're just kind of killing people because it's fun and it gets you off. I decided to quote a certain passage from a book that Kojiro himself gave me, a paragraph from Strange Flower that's stuck with me for some time.
There's a certain beauty in death, a macabre certainty, an absolute state of finality.
Nobel Sinclair.
You understand what I'm talking about? You work with cadavers for a living. The dead can't hurt you. They can't betray you. They can't disobey, or object, or disapprove. Wouldn't it be better if we were all beautiful like that?
Perhaps. Didn't expect Corpse Girl to be so vain. Is your motivation simply to impart your own ideas of beauty to the world?
No,
There's more to it.
of course. Me, myself, Noriko, may be vain. But Corpse Girl isn't burdened by such petty notions. Her ambition is pure.
Pure. She's very pure. Like the driven snow.
Her ambition is crucial to the survival of the entire human race.
Okay. No, I'm here to come.
Thought I had a big ego. You're so self-important. Both you and Corpse Girl.
I don't expect you to understand. Not yet. But I've realized that I can't do everything alone. I need your help. I need cadavers.
I see. What's in it for me?
Yeah, what is in it for him? This is the critical point of our negotiation. It could all fall apart here if I don't offer something that Kojiro considers worth the risks. The question is, what does he want? What does he desire?
I propose an equal partnership. You'll reap half of the benefits from Corpse Girl's work.
This offer is a gamble, and I know that in the back of my mind. However, it was the only feasible solution I could come up with when I planned out this encounter last night. This tactic relies completely on my assumed understanding of Kojiro's innermost desires. If I'm wrong about him, then this whole thing could blow up in my face.
Corpse Girl will create more death than you could ever imagine. Think of all the fresh corpses you could get your eager little hands on.
You can have half of the ad traffic. Kojiro shakes his head, his lips pursed in a thin line of disapproval.
Sorry. Already got my fill of corpses. Morgue's full enough as it is.
I narrow my eyes and stand my ground. I can't back down now. I'm so close to unraveling him and his secrets.
You've always wanted to mimic Nobel Sinclair. I can see it in your face, in your very soul, whenever you praise his work. You want to emulate his actions and experience his escapades firsthand. You want to dress up corpses, take them out to dinner, perform all manner of bizarre social experiments with the dead. It's your passion. But living vicariously through Nobel Sinclair's books isn't enough for you anymore. And that's where your fascination with me, with Corpse Girl, stems from. As soon as you figured me out, you knew I was your gateway to satisfying your lust for the macabre. You work with cadavers all day, every day, but you can't get them out of the morgue with eyes on you at all times. But I can. I have the perfect plan on how to withdraw all the corpses we could ever need. Half of them for you, and half of them for me. An equal partnership.
That's a gamble. I end my speech and let Kojiro bask in my words. I hope I was convincing enough to sway him, and I pray that I'm correct about his sickest desires. His reaction isn't exactly what I was expecting. He laughs, a big hearty guffaw that scares a few nearby birds and sends them flying to safety. Clapping his hands together slowly, he inches closer to me until I can feel his breath across my face.
Figured me out?
Uh-oh.
I'll play along. Say there's a way to get corpses out of the morgue without getting busted. Don't you think I'd have found it by now?
That's a good point.
Perhaps you're not as clever as you think you are.
Perhaps. But you have the answer?
I do. I guarantee it will work.
A bead of sweat forms on the back of my neck. I'm not exactly bluffing because I have planned out this whole scenario in detail, but until I actually try to pull off such a maneuver, I can only speculate that it will work. I need to exaggerate my confidence long enough for us to rally together.
Something about you makes you seem trustworthy.
Yeah, that's the impression I get from this whole conversation, is that, yeah, I would trust somebody I just had this conversation with.
So be it. Consider us partners. For now.
You accept?
Sure, don't make me regret it. But listen, what I do with my share of corpses is my business. No nosing about.
That is a very high roll in bluff. Absolutely.
You still want to keep secrets, even if we'll be working together? Shouldn't we be open and honest and build a trusting partnership?
Here's the deal. You don't pry, and I'll assist you with Corpse Girl's work. I'll help you craft your elaborate photos. No charge. I get privacy, you get an assistant. Mutually beneficial. Wouldn't you agree?
I think about his offer. It's true that I don't really need to know what he's going to do with the corpses on offer. The whole thing is illegal already, so if he wants to take it further, that's not on me. And if I can get some assistance, it will surely help me churn out photos at a faster rate. I'll need muscle to move bodies for starters. That alone is worth keeping my nose clean.
Okay, we have a deal.
Glad to hear it.
Kojiro extends a hand and I grip it firmly as my frail bones will allow. We shake once and Kojiro offers me a surprisingly warm smile. His intense, murderous demeanor suddenly vanishes and he reverts to his awkward alien self.
Saws about the love confession stuff before. Too late now, but I'd have helped Corpse Girl in return for a simple date.
Seriously? Did I come up with some elaborate insight into his psyche and his desires for absolutely no reason? Was all he wanted was a chance to take me out?
No backing out now. We've got a deal, right?
Right. Welcome to the team, Kojiro.
All right, let's hear it for teamwork, everybody! Woo!
Team Corpse Girl, huh? Well, it's good to be on board. My more connection, your schemes. We hoist piles of corpses out and split the stack 50-50. That the whole of it?
To put it simply, yeah. And I get your assistance with Corpse Girl's work. A reward for keeping my eyes shut.
Of course. Looking forward to that. The spoken contract's as good as anything to me. I'm satisfied. When do we start?
Soon. There's only one thing missing from my plan.
That is?
We need somewhere to store the bodies we retrieve. Somewhere big, with no one to meddle in our business. I'm thinking an old warehouse or something like that.
We're gonna say Corpse Factory. Are we going to finally say Corpse Factory? Are we 10 hours into this game finally gonna say Corpse Factory?
A warehouse, huh? What about an abandoned factory?
Yeah, let's go! Team mental health, sabotage, and body desecration.
A factory?
Say it, say it, say it! An abandoned factory. All for our corpse collection. I like the sound of that. No, you don't get to exit the scene without saying it! No! God damn it! God damn it, River Crow Studio! You had us, it was right there! It was right there! What are you doing? It's pretty late. By the time I get back home, I'm completely wiped out. That conversation with Kojiro took way more out of me than I would have guessed. My entire mouth feels parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. Yo, it's Snoozy. How are you doing, Snoozy? Everybody check out Snoozy. Twerking all up in my chat. Is that what you're gonna do? It's welcome. You're allowed to twerk in it. This is a twerk friendly chat. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, my dude. I'll even take it as a compliment. How you doing? Hope the evening's treating you well. We are 10 hours into the video game and we are finally looking into obtaining the titular Corpse Factory. Twerkathon! There you go. My entire mouth feels parched and dry, probably due to a combination of nervousness and talking far too much. Still, I'm happy with the end result. That meeting was worth stepping out of my comfort zone for. I'm doing pretty good. I ain't got too much to complain about tonight. Super happy to get back to playing this game. I was looking forward to it all day. And it is absolutely delivered. Things are really kicking into gear. We busted somebody for trying to sexually assault somebody else. We stood our ground. We called her a fucking slut. It was great. We called her a fucking skank too. It was really good. So yeah. Are we out of the office arc and into the corpse arc? I think we're about to dive headfirst into the corpse arc. Yeah. Yeah, we were about to die. We just made a deal with Morgman. And we're gonna have corpses to play around with now. Snatch that hairline straight off her head. Still, I'm happy with the end result. That meeting was worth stepping out of my comfort zone for. I'll wait for Kojiro to get back to me about the abandoned factory. Once we secure a location like that, our real work will begin. I figured that I should turn in for the night since I need to be at the office in the morning. But the ever-present tug of curiosity pulls at my sleeve and I feel myself being drawn to my laptop. I'll take a quick look for new requests. Just a peek. Laptop open and logged in. I feel a surge of endorphins slug me across the face when I see the notification for one new request. Squealing like an overly excited schoolgirl, I open the message and view the details. Request details, today, 6:02 p.m., victim's phone number, downloading image attachment. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh, baby! Hey, this is the sexually assaulting slut that, was doing the dirty, trying to force herself on somebody who didn't want it, and suddenly she's just appeared in our inbox. Oh, I'm on board for this. Let's go! The photo loads almost instantly and fills the screen. A woman, middle-aged and a stern expression, well-groomed and dressed in a business attire, and immediately familiar. Kotomi Ida. I'm in complete disbelief. Seeing this request come through the site gives me a discerning sense of deja vu. I rack my brain for a cause, wondering if I've lived this moment before. This is just gonna be, yeah, exactly. This is going to feed her misbegotten justice boner. It's so good. This is so good. If anything is going to make her feel justified in everything she's been doing, this is gonna be it. It's such a good play writing-wise. I love this. It has to be Shinya, right? The answer hits me quickly despite my mind's exhaustion. Kotomi Ida isn't the first co-worker of mine to have her death requested. Though I didn't know it at the time, Akane Tsurumaki also worked in my building, and her death was requested not all that long ago. Yeah, like if he did, but I don't think Tomoe, I think Tomoe is kind of scared straight on the whole website thing, so I think Shinya may have done it himself. Because she can still fuck his career. Even though she didn't get to fuck him, she can still fuck his career, and I think he's the one that filled it out. Kotomi Ida marks the second person to be wanted dead within my company, and she is an exec, just like Tsurumaki. I wonder if this is simply a coincidence. It surely has to be. After all, Tomoe confessed that she was the one to request Tsurumaki's death, and she seemed to regret doing so. Therefore, I have to doubt that she'd go on to upload Kotomi Ida's photo to the site. So, who would want Kotomi Ida dead? She isn't the most likable person, but who really is? She deals with the janitors on my floor on a regular basis. The janitors, like me, Tomoe, and Shinya. Shinya. That's right. Thanks to Kotomi, Shinya's prospects at the company are dead in the dirt, and that's before even diving into the true issue, their current relationship. Would he request her death as retribution? He doesn't seem like the type, but I let out a sigh. I'm far too tired to run through the myriad of possibilities right now. I don't think I can even bring my weary fingers to navigate to the database of the deceased to start a request. I'll tackle this tomorrow. No matter the reasons behind the request, Kotomi Ida will receive a corpse photo. Could be Tomoe if she... Yeah, okay, I read that. My bad. I'm good at chat, I promise. That's my conviction as Corpse Girl, after all. I close the lid of my laptop and throw myself down on the bed, begging for sleep to claim me quickly. Okay, it's June 10th. We've still got a few days We got a few days until we arrive at Prologue. Give me a second. You ever just hear your fucking jaw pop and think, wait, did I just break my jaw somehow? That was weird. Ow. Okay, we're good. Yeah, like my lower jaw popped a little bit and it felt really weird. I'm like, wait, did I do something? Am I dying? Did I break my jaw by talking? Yeah, I'm good. I was just making sure because it was very weird and I've never had that happen before.
What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
Come on, just follow me.
We're good. Kojo has to find a factory real soon. Yeah, he does, because we are like 3 days away from the prologue. I grab Tomoe's wrist and guide her away from the labyrinth of desks into the elevator, waiting patiently for us. We emerge from the double doors in the lobby. This place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significantly more privacy than the crowded 14th
God,
floor.
your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
Yeah, when the corpse factory is so hard, your jaw breaks.
Sorry.
I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly against her
Anyway,
clothes.
what's up?
I hesitate for a moment, even though I ran through this scenario in my head during the train ride. I'm still anxious about playing it out now. But this situation involves Tomoe, either directly or indirectly. As my friend, she needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Kotomi Ida.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Did she get one of them photos?
Her reaction is fairly indifferent. I thought after being involved in Tsurumaki's death that the news would have been more important
Well,
on
no,
more of an
I don't
impact
think
on her.
so, But
How do you know then?
that's hard to explain. Just bear with me.
Are you gonna tell her?
Kotomi and Shinya had a falling out. Because of her, his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya would confide in his girlfriend about his career, but I don't know the extent of Tomoe's inside knowledge. I doubt she knows the true nature of their relationship, judging from how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
If you can kind of guess what I'm getting at.
What?
I think maybe that Shinya requested her death.
Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him. Besides, that bitch has it coming.
She does?
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
Oh! Okay. Okay. Well, that's it. Okay. What if... So, I got a feeling... I know, right? I kind of thought she learned her lesson. I thought she wouldn't do it again. I have a suspicion, however, that since this is the second time that Tomoe has used the website and we're going to ensure somebody ends up dead, she's going to pull Tomoe into this shit. And she's going to be like, listen, I'm Corpse Girl and I know what you did. I have a feeling she's going to pull her in now. I'm stunned. I can barely formulate a response to Tomoe's confection.
Absolute skank.
Confection?
She deserves to die.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you?
Look, it's not about Shinya's career, all right? I spoke with him, real deep and meaningful like. He confided in me, but since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you. Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Oh.
Seriously?
I feign a surprised reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken aback that Shinya actually confessed to
Been going on
Tomoe.
for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so he'll have no choice but to leave the company. He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been doing to him. I hate her. I hate her so fucking much.
Aww. She'd be crying. She really loves this dude. I tried to digest Tomoe's words. I didn't know that Shinya has been putting up with her abuse for such a long time. So, Katomi's motive for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that maybe Katomi actually requested Noriko's death. I'm pretty sure now, because he probably, like, at the start of the game, he was really into Noriko, or at least she kind of had that suspicion. And he probably had been like, no, I like this other girl. I like this girl. And maybe that's why why she ended up getting her own photo. She was probably looking for a reason, any reason, to discard him. And that slight incident with Aoi was good enough for her to seize. If he quits the company, she won't get found out. It's a simple plan, but utterly
We
devious.
should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that.
She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember?
Oh boy.
I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Man, you gotta love the like I said. I mean, I did say that Tomoe was a ride or die bitch. Did I not? I did say that she is a ride or die bitch. Oh, that got blocked by that got
But,
blocked.
How'd you
Hold on. Had to allow that one.
find out?
That's
about
one of those things that Twitch actively actually blocks. I actually had to permit Polyhead use /add permitted term. Kill the bitch. Tomoe cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I brace myself as I watch the gears slowly turning inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to reveal this information to Tomoe. I should have just kept my mouth shut and fulfilled the request like always. Damn it, why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I probably did. This game is... Okay, hold on. Oh, there is a log. Hold on. Let me... Oh, what did we miss? Okay, but hey, did you find out... How did you... Yeah, we didn't miss much of anything, I don't think. Looks fine. Damn it. Why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I'm gonna cause my own demise at the rate I'm going.
Oh, I figured it out. Kotomi must have received the photo and told you about it, huh? Wow, that Corpse Girl sure works fast.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's how we figured it out. Tomoe's gleeful expression suddenly caves in and she
Wait a
gasps.
minute. Why would she even show you something like that?
Uh-oh. Are you gonna put it together? Are you gonna be smart girl
About
and,
it.
and detective
There was that
this?
time you got a photo, but nothing happened to you. Then, the only way you could have really known about Kotomi is...
Uh-oh! Think the jig is up, ladies and gentlemen! I flinch as Tomoe takes a purposeful step toward me.
Corpse Girl, aren't you?
Oh, well, I thought maybe you'd be a little more upset about it.
You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I avert my gaze and look at the floor in silence.
Are you for real?
Oh, this is weird, man. You need to stop giving shit away every 5 seconds.
I can't believe it.
She's like, look, she's just getting started on this social thing. She kind of picked the most tumultuous point in her life to begin trying to work out being social and honest with people. Are we getting slapped again? Probably.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it.
Oh, we tried real hard. 10 out of 10, criminal.
The fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
The hell you don't. Explain that bitch to Rumaki.
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Tomoe blinks a few times, her face scrunching up and analyzing my blank expression.
Telling the truth. Holy shit. I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
Does this mean like we're not gonna have any cool, you know, girls' night out again and go over and eat snacks and drink tea at your house and maybe have a wild, passionate night that I've got dreamed up in my head? Is that gonna be out of the question? Don't hate us, Tomoe, please. I mean, I know that we've led to the deaths of a few people, but I mean, you requested it. There's no going back now. After hiding my true identity for nearly a year, I've managed to reveal it to 2 people in less than 24 hours. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake.
It's true. I'm Corpse Girl.
Wow, fuck me, right? All this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of moral high ground, and I hope she at least realizes that.
But you're actually pretty fucking cool.
All right,
You're
she
actually
loves
doing
us.
something with your life.
Great. She loves the fact that we murder people. It's great. You could not ask for a better friend. Like I said, she's a ride or die bitch, right? I love murder.
I thought you'd be angry with me.
The power of friendship, man. The power of friendship.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, that's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I'm friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing.
Ride and die.
It took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
I can't argue with that.
Tomoe laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder. I shrink away a little, but her good cheer is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief wash through my body.
So, like, I gotta know, how many people have you killed?
The slut sisterhood is still so strong.
I said I don't kill people, remember?
This is where you stopped, you're ducking out. All right, thanks for stopping by, Nerd. I hope you continue enjoying the game because this has been, I'm really loving where this is going. It's gone in so many weird directions that I did not expect. And it's just, it's completely bucked my expectations at nearly every turn so far. It feels really good to have a story do that. Have yourself a nice rest of your evening, Nerd. Hope everything goes well for you. Hope you have a nice day tomorrow and all that fun stuff, too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. How many have offed themselves because of you?
It's an embarrassingly small number.
I'm just not super good at the death thing yet.
That's so? Oh, that's a shame. Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
This is exactly the kind of this is the exact kind of girl talk we were meant to have with one another. Right? Like it's made this such an entirely satisfying experience to have just been completely swerved at every juncture.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Tomoe swings around and looks toward the elevator. She turns back and gives me a thumbs up
This convo
gesture.
never happened. Got it?
Don't need to tell me twice. Shonen and all her Nakama help us overcome our anxieties and mental illnesses in order to murder more people. Thanks, slut.
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Please, who would I tell?
Well, the police, for starters.
That's how I'm gonna start thanking people. Just on the right. Hey, thanks, slut.
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer.
Yeah, fuck the pigs.
I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
It's nice to see such strong bonds over murder. Tomoe ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I really hope I made the right decision here. I suppose I don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. My first order of business should be to take care of Kotomi Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it'll prove to Tomoe that I'm not messing around, and it might cement our friendship even further. I just have to get through the rest of the workday. Then I can return home and focus on crafting Kotomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun will begin. I reach into the drawer and chuck a deep. I reach into the drawer and clutch a cheap plastic burner phone between my fingers. Crafting the photo of Katomi Ida is done. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day, so I'll make my move tonight. During editing, I timestamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 a.m. It doesn't leave much time if Katomi receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Katomi will look at the photo tonight. She'll either freak out and end it immediately, or after a sleepless night of anxiety, she'll pull the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office in the morning. The next Persona game better have murder social links. I could cross my fingers and hope that by divine intervention someone else will take her life, but based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else was ever involved with the deaths of Corpse Girl's victims, I don't think they're still around. Why else would my last few attempts have failed? No, my best bet is to urge Katomi to simply kill herself. A convincing enough corpse photo might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the burner phone, I'm happy to see the battery is still charged. I load up the phone number masking app, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo into the network. If Katomi is a screen addict like the rest of society, she'll be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a real quick turnaround time, I'll take the burner to the back shed tonight to store it, and I'll ditch it on the way to the office tomorrow. Persona 4, murder mystery. Persona 5, stealing hearts from bad guys. Persona 6, murder bad guys. About time we graduated to that, I think. I'm not expecting a reply within such a narrow time frame, so there's no need to hold on to the phone for 24 hours like I normally do. Clutching the phone in one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench. From my kitchen bench with the other. I step towards the front door. Beep, beep, beep. The phone in my hand vibrates violently and I nearly drop it in terror. Uh-oh. Somebody's writing back! I bring the screen swiftly to my face and read the alert. One new message. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a reply from Katomi Ida. Uh-oh! 46 and 2 is back. We know some shit's about to go down. You think this is funny? I know who you are. I'll report you to the police.
Oh my god.
Oh. Holy shit! She's actually replied. For the first time since Corpse Girl started her grand work, I've actually received a reply from the victim. Even though I used the number mask, there's actually nothing stopping someone from directly replying to my message. A reply message will still get sent through the network and back to the burner phone's SIM card. The number mask is simply a stealth tactic, disabling the ability to view what the phone number actually is. It doesn't prevent replies. I discard the burner phones anyway, but it's an extra layer of security, not to mention a bit of a calling card. Judging by Katomi's response, I assume we have a fighter on our hands. She's not going to give in easily. Her threat about reporting me to the police is a bluff. I'm confident that she couldn't possibly know my identity.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
You think she's gonna fucking hang on to this phone and just listen to this bitch like deteriorate into begging? I can finally put my contingency plan into practice. I've been holding out for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two and I mash my fingers against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. You like that photo? That's you in about 12 hours, unless you follow my instructions. The message sends in an instant and I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not left waiting for long. Katomi's response comes through within seconds. Her attitude has completely changed. Oh, look how, God, we backed this bitch down with one message? Please, I'll do anything. What do you want?
I called your bluff, you piece of shit. Now you'll do what I tell you to.
I enter my instructions clearly and concisely. Pack 500,000 yen into a bag, Put it in the coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a full soda bottle and leave it on top of the locker. After I send the message, I decide to add one last bit. Do it now. Make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12. Do not board a train. Await my instructions. Satisfied with this addendum, I hit send. If Katomi truly fears for her well-being, she'll carry out the instructions. Her response arrives shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Noriko may be ready to have a special moment. I've done it. I've convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she's no longer hanging around. 500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life-changing, but it'll cover my rent for a good few months. I chose this amount to simply test the waters. Asking for an insane amount would make it impossible for a victim to follow through. But I figured someone like Katomi, an exec for a big company, would easily have access to that much dough. I'll go collect the money, and if everything goes well, Katomi Ida will disappear even before sunrise. Though the hour is late, quite a few commuters are still navigating through Shinjuku Station's wide platforms and underground labyrinth. The train station beneath my feet is a sprawling metropolis that extends below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops, and other outlets. But as I'm standing on one of the countless platforms above ground, the world might as well be a completely different dimension. The only problem is that I'll have to brave a maze as soon as I descend into the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal morning route doesn't require me to travel through the underground plaza. I'm able to exit the station within minutes of my train arriving at the platform. Still, I'm somewhat familiar with the layout of the underground. I know exactly where coin locker 6644 is located. The coin lockers in the train stations like these are a popular way for people to store luggage or personal belongings for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker, but the coin locker 6644 is special. I approach it from the main passageway of the underground and my eyes take in a familiar sight. Locker 6644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across its door is a thick coat of graffiti. Colorful curse words sprayed in black thick paint adorn the locker. The graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as a deterrent to anyone who might want to store their belongings. The icing on the cake is the condition of the coin-operated lock. The thing is, it's busted and dented from physical abuse, like someone has tried to pry into it with a crowbar on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing it firsthand that the lock still works despite its battered appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and that makes it a perfect spot to host my pickup. Glancing at the locker, I notice that a soda bottle sits on top of it. A soda bottle full of a bubbly, opaque liquid. I quickly look around to make sure that Katomi Ida is nowhere in sight. I walk past the locker and complete a lap around the immediate area, scanning thoroughly for her. But she isn't here. In fact, there are very few people in this little section of the station. Good. She followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bottle, she left immediately. I approach the locker once more. I reach up above it and retrieve the soda bottle, then crack it open and hear the fizzy hiss. I bring the tip of the bottle to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of the key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside the narrow opening with my fingers, thin as they are. I can't squeeze more than one finger inside the bottle at a time. I could tip the bottle over and let the soda and the key spill out onto the floor, but if someone sees me being a nuisance and causing a mess, it'll draw unwanted attention. I've got no choice but to chug back some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. As disgusting as the concept is, I need to steel myself. I raise the bottle to my lips, tilt my head back, and pour the foul liquid into my open mouth. The saccharine tang of artificial flavoring assaults my taste buds, and I immediately want to vomit. But I'm committed to seeing this through. I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. It isn't until the bottle is half empty that the cold metal key drops into my mouth. It clangs against my teeth and I nearly choke in surprise. Sputtering and spitting, I feel droplets of soda running down my chin. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key and the soda in my mouth. I reach my fingers into pursed tight lips to recover the shiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release a repugnant belch. I turn the key over in my hand and smile. My sticky teeth adhere to my lips, and it takes a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bottle into a nearby trash can, I wipe the key down with my skirt and quickly insert it into the coin locker. I twist the key, turn the latch, and swing the locker door open. Inside the dark vault is a single bag, a simple paper pouch like you would find at a grocery store. I pull the paper bag and take a look inside. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills fill the bag. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it out, but I'm confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I requested.
It worked. My plan worked.
I can hardly believe it. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I waited so long to try it out. All I needed was somebody to reply to their corpse photo, somebody to try and reject their fate. I wanted to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to save their own skin, and it seems that I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold the paper bag and clutch it tightly. With my free hand, I pull the burner phone out of my handbag. I compose a message to Kotomi Ida, who should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When the next train arrives on your platform, stab the first person to disembark. What? Oh my God! You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I had placed inside months ago was missing. This girl has got some plans! When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife and I had placed inside months ago was missing. Kotomi followed every word of my instructions. My message had read, pack 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in a coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station, retrieve the item already inside. I've given Kotomi an opportunity. She can trade another's life for her own. If she kills someone exiting the train, Corpse Girl will spare her life. It's a simple exchange, and one that I bet she's willing to make. If she gets away with the murder, she'll flee from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Shinya or Tomoe. To us, she'll be as good as dead. As for Corpse Girl, well, as long as the body is claimed in exchange, she'll be satisfied. After a few minutes of waiting for a reply to the message, I figure that she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Keen to witness how this unfolds, I take the nearest escalator up towards the train platform. Yeah, like what's a little stabbing gonna, yeah. I don't think this bitch is gonna have a single problem doing this. The scene is absolute chaos. It wasn't difficult at all to navigate this area. All I had to do was follow the echoing screams. I spied the shadowed form of a body laying on the platform in front of me. I can't make out any details, but a shallow pool of blood reflects the harsh lights shining from up high. To my surprise and delight, a second body is sprawled across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse with one arm raised against the side of the vending machine. Adrenaline surges through me as a violent scene. Kotomi Ida, she's managed to take out 2 people! She might be my new favorite person in the entire world! I hear panicked voices in the background and I turn my head slowly. What the? 2 more bodies are on the ground. 2 men in expensive looking suits are collapsed in puddles of their own lifeblood. One of the men is still moving and groaning, pleading for somebody to stem the tide of gore. A familiar, lustful tingling sensation begins to stir and rise through my belly, my thighs, my pelvis. I feel my toes clench and my breathing grows heavier. Oh dear. There's one more surprise to be had here amidst the beautiful spectacle of carnage. Oh boy. A woman is slumped over in one of the plastic chairs on the lines of the platform. Her head is tilted, her suit jacket is stained and red. A thick knife with a black grip protrudes from the side of her neck. A bubbling river of vital fluid cascades around the glimmering blade and pulls within her shirt collar. Even with her face masked by blood, it doesn't take me more than a few seconds to recognize her identity. Holy shit! Ma'am, you really went for it, didn't ya? Holy fuck! Katomi Ida, dead. I think that may be more for effect, unless the gore description is gonna let us know that she fucking gouged out her eyes. I swing around and take in the entire view of the platform. Counting up the bodies in the path to slaughter, my mind pieces together a theoretical scenario. Katomi waited as the train doors opened, knife drawn, the knife she retrieved from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out of the train, she stabbed him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw laying on the edge of the platform is perfectly aligned next to the train to fit this theory. In a panic, Katomi would have attempted to flee. She bumped into her second victim, the young woman slumped against the vending machine, and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Judging by the wound on Katomi's own body, I would assume that the two businessmen lying face down tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wounds before finally managing to wrest the knife away and plunge it into Katomi's neck. It's all speculation, but I'm fairly confident that this is how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds. And I do believe, if we go back, our girl Tomoe said she wished that this slut would get her throat slit. It's all just speculation, but I'm fairly confident that how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds, and it couldn't have worked out better for me. I never dared hope that Katomi would meet her end once this plan had been set into motion. I would have been satisfied with her simply skipping town. I feel my legs weakening under my weight, and I'm afraid I might buckle at any second. The waves of radiating heat spreading through my body are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood. It's everywhere. Yeah, she's gonna be really practicing self-care tonight. I've seen it in countless photos and thought that I had become desensitized to it, but maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get away before I collapse in a sweaty heap of lust and pleasure. You were just in time for people dying and the person that basically caused it, Noriko has had a few, let's just say, special moments throughout this story so far. She definitely gets off on this shit. They're not masking it. Also, hope you're doing well, Lumina. Everybody, of course, give a shout out to the wonderful and amazing Lumina. You bustin'? Oh boy. I turn on my heel and sprint down the rising escalator as fast as my quivering legs will permit. That's the word. All right. So it's June 11th. I think that's where we're actually gonna call it for tonight. I think I gave you a good heap and helping of a whole lot to think about. We're just kind of bought in now. We are 100% bought in. Corpse Girl is, I think it's safe to say that Corpse Girl has arrived. What's that? That's real funny. You see what I did there? Yeah, that would be some good Robin Hood shit, wouldn't it? Like, give it back to the people. I think she's keeping it for her own rent, though. I think she mentioned that. It's gonna take some of the pressure off of her. And she's gonna use that. She's gonna use all that murder money for some nice self-care. But yeah, this game is turning out to be great. This game is turning out to be quite lovely. That's the joke I was going for. Yes. So yes, we will. I'm gonna try to be back here again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. There are gonna be storms in the area, and if they're like really bad, I'll probably postpone till Wednesday. But I really don't want to skip tomorrow, so we're gonna be trying. It doesn't look like the storms are gonna be bad, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us to get in tomorrow evening's stream. So we will we're just gonna go ahead. I'll be putting out the tweet at noon. We will be back here all, if the circumstances allow it, at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight tomorrow to keep things going. You love Katomi Ida. She has a sort of sharp personality. Really cut away in the business world. Ah, man. Yeah, she took a real stab at it, but, sometimes things don't work out too well. All right, who's streaming? Let's get some love going. Is Mari still going? Is Metal Gear Solid still going? Yeah, it is. All right, we're going over to Maribel. She's putting the finishing touches on Metal Gear Solid, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So we're gonna head on over there. Thanks again for everybody for coming out, and again, we will try to be back here again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight. I'm excited. I don't know where this is going, and I love it. Take it away, everybody. Love you.